Andrew, 2020 has been a little weird. I think a lot of people would like to escape the planet if they could. There's 2 months left. Talk to us about why, if there's so many problems here, why should both investors and people be thinking about space?
Well, I think there's an incredible amount of reasons that we don't have the time to get into today for why people should be looking at or considering space investment. But like you said, there are so many problems here. Why focus on space? And it's something that I hear, unfortunately, regularly. And I think it's because there's a very strong misunderstanding of what space is, how it affects our lives, and why we need it today and for the future. And some of these things that people will point to, the problems on Earth are things like people not able to get fresh and clean drinking water. People in certain areas, food deserts or other places where they're unable to grow fresh produce. And even something that most of us take for granted today is shelter, just having a place to stay that's safe. And if you look at space travel, and where we're looking out in the future for bringing the space industry, these are all major, extremely important factors that we'll also have to consider when going into outer space. And many times when NASA spends or invests in outer space, these are investments that have multiple fold returns for not just NASA, but in many cases, humanity. And so, if we're able to start building permanent colonies on the moon, Mars, beyond, these same issues of finding fresh water, of being able to regrow produce so that we don't have to send everything from Earth to outer space that we're going to need to consume, and even building supportive structures that can enable humanity to survive in inhospitable places. There's a very good chance that we could take those technologies, if solved for outer space, and bring them back home to help us here. So that's just kind of one little pocket of how space, I think, is misunderstood, and how investing in space is also misunderstood for similar reasons.